What's going on, everybody? T-Nums here. So I've been putting something off for a little too long, and I decided today I'd try to figure out the quickest way to knock it out, because it involves doing storylines, and nobody enjoys doing that. So we recently got access to Moxie Gyarados through alphas, and Moxie Gyarados is supposed to be very good for clearing storylines. So I decided to build one that would have a really good moveset for doing that pretty effortlessly. Because this video is going to focus on making an egg hatching alt for use on a separate device. I'm putting this on a separate account because it's completely within the rules to use two different devices to log into accounts. You just can't use two accounts on one singular device. So, what you'll see in the background is me making that Gyarados that I was talking about, with my end goal for this Gyarados being 30 attack, 30 speed, adamant nature. It would have its hidden ability, so it has Moxie, and then I'm giving it Waterfall. I'm going to let it level up to 24 to learn Crunch, and then two moves that are really nice for not paying attention to the game, because you can use Thrash and Outrage on Gyarados. One being Dragon type, the other one being normal. Normal type Thrash being 120 power, and Outrage being 90. Sadly, it's nerfed in this game. But both of these make you attack for 2 to 3 turns. So if you set it up so that you only click these moves with Gyarados once there's only 2 Pokemon remaining on the opposing team, and you just kind of use a little bit of prediction to make sure that you're not going to use a normal type move into a ghost type, you can pay less attention and just, check YouTube or whatever while you're finishing up the fight because the last 2 turns will be taken care of. And it makes for a pretty laid back storyline. Outrage is going to cost 2 green shards and 1 dragon scale, and then I'm going to need 2 heart scales for Thrash because it learns it really late on. After I finished breeding, EV training, and giving it its moveset, there was only one thing left to do, and that was get an HM Pokemon, being a Dragonite, for as cheap as I could off the GTL, and giving it the HMs that I would need for my specific storylines. And after purchasing that Dragonite and throwing a Dragon Fang onto our Gyarados to increase the power of our outrages, I ended up at right around 100k for total cost. Not too bad. The shiny that I've been egg hunting for a little while now, but haven't really been able to put the time into because of all the other things I've got going on, is Farfetch'd. Being my channel mascot, I really want to get a shiny one, and it's a rare spawn that you can only hunt during day and morning time, making egg hunting Farfetch'd really the only option. So I need to unlock 2 different things, being a daycare center and Farfetch'd spawn location, which both happen to be right around the 4th badge in their regions anyway. I'm going to go to Unova region for the daycare, being one of the better ones for breeding anyway, and go to Kanto for Farfetch'd, being the only location for it. So I started my journey in the Unova region, and after embarrassing my only 2 friends, we set out on a journey together, going to a new town where I could grab my Gyarados and proceed to give an outrageous thrashing to everybody I ran across in the region. I did forget the timer during the intro, which took about 7 minutes, so the clock is out by about that much during this montage, which included N 2 times, Bianca 2 times, Sharon 2 times, the Striation Gym Leader, the Nakreen Gym Leader. Then I had to go chase a bunch of plasma grunts through the woods before I could go to Castelia City and take down Berg, before saving the daycare man, unlocking that daycare, and going to Nimbasa City to get my 4th badge, unlocking the boat over in Castelia City. I still don't have access to fly in Unova, but that's not needed for hatching eggs, so I'm going to skip on that for now and just unlock it later after getting the essentials. So after finishing the first region, I kept the clock rolling, went back to the daycare center, and bred down my Gyarados, using only the money that I gained across this run. I gave it its moveset back and everything, just trading it over to my main account to use a training link to re-EV train it again, and traded it back once it was level 20. With all the EV training completed and Gyarados up at level 20 again, with its moveset of Thrash, Outrage, Waterfall, and Ice Fang this time, I went to the Kanto region and proceeded to have a thrashing outrage and clearing Gary, Brock, Misty, Gary 2, The Bridge, Gary 3, Surge, Gary 4, and Erica right on the 3-hour mark, getting both boats unlocked there, but I still had 2 things left to do to get my Farfetch'd location unlocked, and that was deal with Team Rocket quite a bit. First I went to the Celadon Game Corner, took out Giovanni, went over to the Pokemon Tower, took down Team Rocket there, and got my Pokeflute so I could get Snorlax out of the way, like literally 5 minutes after it switched from daytime where I can't catch a Farfetch'd yet. But I'll just go catch one once it hits morning time again. No worries there. I got everything I needed unlocked in just under 3 hours and 30 minutes of game time. Not too shabby. Let me know in the comments if you play on mobile sometimes and if you plan on making an alt yourself like this now. I've already gotten plenty of use out of my alt. Actually, I'm hatching eggs on it right now while editing this video, and I think I've probably put in an extra 400 or 500 eggs toward my grind. Now, obviously, I still log into my PC to create the eggs, but once I have like 2 hours worth of hatching to do, I just load up PokeMMO on my tablet or phone, prop it up in front of my computer, and do what I need to do on my main account, like record for my next video, while still making progress toward my egg hunt. Good luck if you plan on doing any shiny egg hunts, and let me know if any of you have gotten any egg shinies in the past. They're super rare and cool to hear about. I'll catch you in the next one.